Somebody out there, I'm sure you're not talking about me, but let me tell you, just in case, that this is what happened when you bind people with everybody. When you sit there and do that, let me tell you something. I'm finna go on. I'm finna try to go in a little bit. I don't want to give y'all too much. When they put me in that test, y'all keep saying the tools and the angels, he's a human, he want to be a human. My body been doing the same thing my whole life. So you saying that an angel come here to sin? So you put angel, whatever this mess is that y'all did, you put an angel in a position to be a sinner. So you telling me God rules done change after generations of not changing. You saying that now God want his angel to come here and sin for y'all benefit. What if you just did it the right way the first time and it would have helped 2/3 of the world instead of collapsed 2/3 of the world? You think about that? And then somebody out there saying, I'm psychic, I heard it from the top, I'm an upstairs psychic. And they blocked him off throughout all corners of the world. I always been blocked off, man. I walk with God. When you walk with God, you need to think about that. Whoever you said that, if it was a woman, you need to think about it. If it was a man, you need to think about it. You go read the Bible, every time God is with these people, you think everybody hanging with this person? No. The whole energy shift. It almost seems like it's warped, but it's not warped. It's making sure that you don't get close to God. Making sure evil don't get close to God. Making sure contamination don't get close to God. Making sure while God is doing something, whatever God is doing to these people and in these people's lives, that's where the solitude come from. Man, y'all so perverse, you're not thinking clear. And then you say, somebody said anemia. Low blood, lack of blood. Well, you know what? I was born fragile. And I'm the kind of person that my eyes is laid down without weed. I kind of got that laid back attitude. That's why I never really was too much of a fan of weed, because I already naturally got a high. And if I ain't got nothing to do, I'm gonna be in a rest position. Now, for those of you who always perky and up and everything, watch it, because I know your secrets. And a lot of y'all sift, we call y'all the sift squad. SIFT, the sift squad. Anybody gonna be energetic when they sift 24 hours a day. I told you, you need something to get up out of your bed and you need something to go to bed. I know people done been on drugs for so long, they have to sift to go to sleep. I'm sober, I'm sound-minded. You put me in a position where I can't even paint. Don't give me not 2 pennies to rub together. You sat there and binded me to a bunch of kids that don't want to work for themselves. And now we sharing Claire's. So let's say these Claire's, I'm not fully taking on this. Let's say I'm sharing some of these Claire's with y'all lazy boyfriends. I'm sitting there taking care of you and your man. Oh, he's in the human, he's done the human virtually. Well, it doesn't really matter because you still eating off my plate. You still eating off my frequency. You binded yourself to them kids of yours. You binded me to them kids. Now watch this. How do you bind? Let me show y'all something. You sitting there, how am I a human when you getting my information to make you seem like an angel? I'm a upstairs psychic. Now you a downstairs psychic. You probably in the high vibrational room in hell. Let me tell you something about that psychic business. When you a psychic, you a conduit to God. But when you start, y'all sat here and sacrificed the angel. Come on, please. When you a psychic, you supposed to work for God. You a conduit for God. So what happened is your energy inverts. And when your energy inverts, it makes you go from, let's say you working for Jesus or you working for God, to working for the Reaper or working for Satan, or you working for there's other big dogs in hell too. And so your energy inverts. So you still getting information, but sometimes the information, what it does is it take you to the highest building like I told you it was gonna do, so you could jump off and make sure you finish you. Don't play with me, kids. They say, he mostly observed the Constitute, whatever that means. Well, you know what? I've been like this my whole life, and when I was out there, we didn't even have pages back then. And you could go ask all my exes, they couldn't stand the fact that I was a passenger with God. Go ask them. They gonna tell you. He been the same way with or without technology. And I sleep. If I'm bored, I'm gonna rest. Cause let me tell you what sound-minded people do. This is what sound-minded people do. They get up, they cook, clean, you know, they do the normal stuff every day. They gotta go to the store, they go to the store. When they come home, they clean up their house and they get their house in a rest position. And once their house is in a rest position, they get rested themselves. They might do a little more like me, myself, pray, meditate, and relax. See, the problem with you children out there is that you living off of me. And you need me to go 24 hours a day so you could continue to be this superstar of a position that you never earned. And you want to sit here and take from somebody that you ain't even give 2 pennies to rub together. But you want them to work like your slave. If you got off the drugs, you'll get what I'm saying. Now, let me show you how. That's what a sound-minded person do. So they get themselves, you ain't gave me 2 pennies. I've been doing this for 7.5 years. Who you think you talking to? Who you think you trying to work? Who y'all think y'all playing with? I'm not a slave. I don't get on my knees for $1 and never have and ain't thinking about it. The best part of my need that you see me get on the floor is for that test that you manipulated me to do. Getting in my feelings, I'm getting in my emotion, my tongue trying to grab me. Hopefully you just share the Claire with your children, them kids. Let me show you how you bind it yourself. Let me show you this binding. I'm gonna show y'all how horrible this binding stuff is. And then each and every last one of y'all gonna try to convince y'all to stop the binding. Cause everybody gonna feel it when I say this. Let me show you how dangerous that is. Let's say you wanted me to do the test. I'm the one that had the calendar women. I got my calendar from God. You gonna make me do this test. I'm here working for God. Warrior angel working for God. When they take the jacket off, we become human when we finish, you might well say, so we can live a regular human life for the rest of our life until we done finished our purpose for God. That's the way it works now. Or you can lose your jacket other ways. When you done finish your job for God. My job was not to be here and be y'all fornicator. My job was not to come here as no angel and be y'all slave. know who y'all think y'all are in this perverse world today. Get off the drugs already. That's why I'm telling everybody get off the drug, because y'all are getting dependent on these bosses. Ain't giving nobody nothing but hell 24 hours a day. Sometimes they'll go without feeding you and giving you good water to drink. When you don't got the proper nutrients in your body, you gonna rest. Regardless. Because you got to build up your own natural nutrients that way. Now, let me tell you something, psychic. I'm an upstairs psychic. You better make sure you still upstairs, because the last time I checked, y'all sat here and decapitated the angel, sacrificed the angel, murdered the angel, and expect to get away with murdering the angel, and then ate the frequencies of an angel and gave it to demons. Let me show y'all how that binding stuff works real quick. So let's go on a more natural way of binding. They take the binding, Let's say they use the test. Okay, we're gonna use the test. Guy gave me a calendar. These are calendar of wives. Pick one of them. Utilize this calendar, cause we need you. You a warrior angel. We gotta get into their system so we can find this alien. We can find this alien that's warping our planet, that's perversing our planet, that's destroying our planet. And we find this sewage god. Now let's talk about it. Vern and all the rest of y'all claiming you me. You just need to get off the drugs, and you need to, let me hush, cause I might be jumping the gun. I'm sorry, Vern. Somebody named Vern in my energy. My bad, cause I don't even know who you are. I'm in my feelings right now. Now let me show y'all a trick. Let me show y'all something. So let's say I'm bringing, this is what I'm finna show y'all. Watch this. I'm finna show y'all how you thought we wasn't getting blessed. And then I'm finna show you how you have been getting blessed, but your blessings been going to somebody else. I'm finna show you how. Okay? Now I'm gonna show you a natural way, an accidental way, a way that us humans tend to do on a norm without noticing it. How you can bind yourself. All right, let's say when you find a twin or a flame, it's very vitally important that you two come together. Because y'all gonna share energy. You gonna get married in the spiritual first. Now I'm gonna have to utilize, I know she don't like it, but I'm gonna utilize this. I'm gonna just say this. Cause I'm making an example here. If it's true, it's true. If it's not true, it ain't true. But it's a great example to be made so I can show y'all how this really works. All right, now they trying to make an angel. So God had to give me a calendar. Why? He had to give me a calendar of wives. These wives I'm already really married to in the spiritual. With that being said, so if you want me to do this test for you, this test, let's just be real about it. It's straight up sin. You put the gun to my head, got to do the test, but we need to do the test anyway because we need to go in there to that sewage pipeline to see this being. Now, well-being, which I plan on using you. Let me let me be quiet. Let me be quiet, right? So, watch this. So God I was like, wait a minute, Father, I'm praying to my Father. They want me to sin now. Okay, how you gotta sin? Tell them this is how I need to sin. Okay, here go you a calendar of women. These are your wives. So with that being said, what you thinking about your women, when you putting furniture, you purchasing furniture with your order, you putting them into your women. These are your wives. And we choose something before. I wasn't even honestly expecting y'all to come towards me at all. That's the purpose of choosing you from so far. And hopefully you would have looked at me and said, I ain't even thinking about being interested. You wouldn't even came to me. But somehow, I just needed to let the furniture. But the problem is, some of y'all, let's example time. Let's say some of them did come into the energy after I purchased this oil and gave them this furniture. Well, we already in the spiritually married. That furniture is vitally important, especially if your float turn into a jet when I start sharing energy with you. You didn't make it a jet. I didn't make it a jet. We made it a jet. So you give the furniture to somebody that can't make you a jet. You gave all our furniture away. What is furniture? Let's get real with it. Let's really understand what is furniture. What is furniture? The book of Matthew is furniture. My kind of furniture. I'm sound-minded. I rest when it's time to rest, when it's supposed to be rest, with the nature around me, my surroundings, my environment gonna tell me when to rest because I'm sound-minded. I ain't on no drugs. I'm not jumping up and down all the time, 24 hours a day trying to make you money for no reason. Y'all silly out there, I swear. Kids, bunch of children, bro. On going, just get off the drugs already. You scared to get off them drugs because you know You got two choices. You can either stop being online, stop trying to create so much, because you really ain't creating. You just getting on drugs and stealing from everybody else. And you need these people you stealing from to continue to create, because you're trying to live in their shadow. That ain't no different from me doing that test, giving all to somebody so that person can live in my shadow. This is the same thing. All of it's the same game, bro. Y'all need to stop there. Now watch this. So all right, she make this mistake. Let's say she make this mistake and these girls come into my energy. When these girls come into my energy, either one of them now, and I done put some furniture. I just said, okay, we're gonna talk about the furniture. What kind of furniture? The book of Matthew, the book of the Genesis, the book of Psalms, the book of Job. Think about it now. You go over there, you dealt with that center. Okay, you deal with a center. They gangsters or whatever. Well, they furniture gonna match their environment that they put energy in. So their furniture will be gang related furniture. Their furniture probably will be chaos. Their furniture probably will be whatever, covenant stuff. Their furniture might be black magic stuff. Their furniture might be this kind of stuff. My furniture is God's furniture, so God can rest in me. I hear y'all out there talking about, yeah, we need to do the tests so we can do the tests and we can get this agricultural knowledge, this eco knowledge fixed to do the knowledge. Well, it look like the weather's still doing bad to me. That stuff y'all doing is temporary. That's why I told you to start analyzing the weather. Because when you do things the right way, it lasts. I'm not giving all no more, and this is how the weather been looking. Gloomy. I could go in there and give all. I was trying to test you, gave you the test, I did the test for you. That's why I did the test for you. Every time I did the all, the weather was perfectly balanced. Every time. You still worrying about how many times I did it so you could get a check, taxes forever and ever for lazy people that don't want to work. Instead of observing me giving these checks, me giving this all and watching how it balanced the eco the right way, y'all still fail to come and fix this. You mean to tell me you want to sacrifice the earth for $1? Not sacrifice your family and friends, not sacrifice the animals and the family and friends. You want to sacrifice the whole earth just so you can have $1 with your lazy bum self. Now, let's get real about it now. Y'all say this is just a movie. Well, let me tell you something. I've been dealing with my energy for years. Like I said, I can throw up on this ground right here and it'll grow roses. Every time I sin, God made sure he let me know that I'm sinning. And therefore, with that being said, I couldn't do it long, no matter what. That's why I never did nothing long enough to alter my mindset. I never got addicted to nothing because I always been a passenger to God. I'm binded to God. God don't put nobody alone. So when the world puts you alone, when the world forcefully puts you alone, please don't flatter yourself, because it's another energy making sure, like I said, when the dark and the light work for you, you'll be amazed how they work for you. I'm supposed to be alone because I'm not alone, because the heavens is on my side. Hell and heaven is on my side. The dark and the light is on my side in a good way. Hell makes sure you demons don't get close to me. How they make sure you demons don't get close to me? Oh, you got some low vibrational tendencies. That's why you're not going to Jesus. Don't flatter yourself out there with this silliness. I earned the right to rest. For 7.5 years, Lagoon didn't give me nothing. I ain't had 2 pennies to rub together. And one of the people who child stole from me, possibly, The most they gave to me is $500. They treated me like a servant, a slave, worse than a slave. Even the dogs, they eat the scrap from the table. And you telling me I shouldn't read? I sleep 24 hours a day if I want to. What you gonna do about it? And still get up doing better than you and more than you in 2 or 3 hours and go back to sleep. How dare you, the audacity? You on virtual. Y'all online 24 hours a day. And you talking about you an angel. And you scared to go around people who really going through something. You scared to go to a house that look like this. You scared. You scared. The last time I checked, any child of God ain't scared of the devil. Period. I shake the hands with Satan. I shake his boots off. I ain't worried about it. Literally. Now, let me tell you something out there now. I'm in my emotions now. I'm in my emotions. Y'all done shared, y'all done did all these binding spells. So let me show y'all something, give you this trick. So I can save the world again. So you can give it to Venus and whoever and act like y'all doing it again. You can quit rubbing me the wrong way. You can get off the drugs already and clean your plates, clean your slate, and go ahead and retire. You got enough already. That's just a nickname now. It ain't nobody named Venus, so don't look for him. Now, let me show you something. This buying stuff. So let's say I got one of these girls. I've been investing in these girls, and they don't know. They know they my twin of flame. They can feel it. Or they felt it. Even if they were playing their little toy with their toy, that's still the same. So, with that being said, so let's say they were using the toy. Oh, it's just the oxygen vibration. Well, let me tell you what a person like me do. I figure out how that thing triggers something inside of me, and then I transmute that energy to another part of me, just to make sure that you even supposed to be inside of me. So with that being said, I no longer needed that damn energy no more. I already know exactly where you at around me, and it ain't these bracelets that you put on me, these mechanical bracelets. See, I got you a part of my body. I can tell when you low vibration. I can tell when you so low vibrational, you just right at the ass of me. I don't care who you think you are. And you can't take that away. Try to take the spiders. And they took over you. Now watch this. So they binding me. Let me take y'all somewhere now. I'm in my feelings. You gotta look over it now. Cause they always ongoing bothering me. Cause they bombs. They own drugs, they sift squads, and they need my energy so they can get $1. Like I said, you go to Brother Polite, you go to Pharaoh, these kind of people got these little umbrella corporations, and they wrap them around leaders. They wrap them around legends. And these are our own people doing this to us. They make it look, they escaped by the racist plan. These are our own people. These are our own women. These are our own men doing this. Young and old. Now watch this. Now watch this. So let's say they buying it. We giving furniture to them. We putting furniture in there. I done put furniture in one of these women. This furniture is very valuable. Can't nobody this woman messing with upgrade her furniture no better. You better know it. Okay, when she give this furniture, watch this. Imagine this ocean. I'm finna bust y'all head now. Especially you thieves, especially you doppelgangers, especially you emulators. I'm finna show y'all how y'all tearing the whole world up, and you gonna spend the rest of your life trying to fix it. Now imagine this being an ocean right here. In the spiritual realm, it's 3 oceans. It's 3 oceans. You got an ocean for heaven, you got an ocean for hell, you got an ocean for purgatory. Where it's for? It's ocean for earth. Same thing with the lakes. These oceans are massive. One of these oceans, let's say the ocean for earth. Heaven gonna send information from heaven to the ocean to earth. And the ocean from earth is gonna give all the blessings who it's supposed to get the blessings to. It's gonna give the good karma who it's supposed to get a good karma to. And it's gonna give the bad karma to who it's supposed to get a bad karma to. The waves and the ripples in the ocean is exactly what it do. That's exactly what it do. And that's what it's going on in the spiritual. This is how so many people get blessed at one time. Watch this. So let's say this girl come here and she come into my energy, but she deal with somebody else in my energy. Whereas that person, we all royalty DNA. That person is taking that DNA, splicing that DNA, and not only taking from me, but also taking from her. And they already see they married us in the spiritual. See, the energy is warped now. The ocean is bad now because they married us in the spiritual. So now they looking, the heavens is looking to bless everybody that's a part of me and her, not her and the other dude. So the ocean has already prepped and got ready for this. But if she come to somebody else and in the family, in the same bloodline, royalty DNA, that's going to bind the DNA in another direction. It's going to take it in another direction. This is a more natural way that we do things all the time, just from going bed to bed, thinking that's cool. I'm finna show y'all now. And y'all gonna sit there, oh, get rid of the adultery, teacher. Let me tell you something, why I don't sin, because I know what sin do to us. I know what sin lead to cancer. I know what sin lead to obesity. I know what sin lead to mental issues. I know what sin lead to illnesses. I know what sin leads to sexual illnesses. But I also know what heals. And I'm trying to teach you. And if I ain't mistaken, it says somebody would come in the end of times and they would teach people how to heal themselves. Now, if you could just listen and pay attention and quit stealing everything and making it your own as if you done it yourself and you gonna call yourself an angel, when you gotta sacrifice an angel and you think God gonna really promote you as an angel, surely I tell you the truth. Now, you listen to me well if you really want to heal a lot and heal yourself. So imagine this being an ocean. Now, I brought this in a natural way. Now, let's say I was giving all my furniture to this girl, and she go and give it to somebody who may be in the game. But either way it goes, this person is of the world, period. Well, that person, especially with it being Slayer DNA, just spliced our DNA and took it in a more negative direction. So it's gonna feed. The blessings is not gonna go to me and her now. The blessing is gonna go to him and his energy. So it just shifted this ocean. And it didn't just shift the ocean for me and her and the people that supposed to be celebrating with us. It shifted the ocean entirely. Now watch me prove it. Have you ever prayed for something and you ask God for something and you wondering, please God, I want this and I need that. And then all of a sudden, you see somebody else get it. And then you see, I done talked to God. I've been doing this for God. I done did this for God. And God go over there and help them. God go over there and help such and such. You know we ain't supposed to look at our neighbors and stuff, but it is something to pay attention to when you keep saying, when we realizing that we keep praying for something that we work hard and diligently for God, and all of a sudden we see somebody that don't even try to work for God get everything that we just asked for God, and that person didn't even ask for it from God. That's what this ocean did. So really, y'all, call everybody that's a conduit, card readers, and all of us. We got a lot of work to do to the day we die. We got to fix all this because it ain't no telling how long this been going on. It ain't no telling how long this been going on. You got to find you a lover and you got to sit on a couch. That's a natural, simple way to bind to somebody. And you bind it to somebody like that. And then that ocean, now you got to share everything with this person. If you even get anything. And that goes for the both of y'all. Cause watch this, all right, how can I prove this? All right, let's say the girl, she went to somebody else. Well, if you went to somebody else, did you start doing low vibrational things? Okay then, the energy shifted even from you two, went to him, and it took you in a negative direction instead of a positive direction. Y'all better wake up out there.